You're intimidated by me, aren't you? I understand. I just got back from the ER, just getting a checkup, making sure everything about me's good. And I've noticed the consensus of the world, you know. I think the perception of the world right now is at a moment of imbalance. By the way, excuse me if my mic is bad. I just reset my PC, so I had to redo my mic settings, so it may not be as good as it used to, but we'll have to see. Regardless, I've noticed that a lot of things I've done, I've never really put that much effort in. I'm just gonna be honest. And I think that embellishment in some cases scares people because I've never put that much effort into things that have somehow become great. Whether that just be an idea, song, video, anything I've ever done has been effortless. And I think that scares people. I think that there's a form of intimidation by someone who just naturally embodies whatever it is, whether it's emotion, swagger, there's a innate envious jealousy that some people presumably can't escape. And if we're being honest, that comes from trauma, right? Feeling like you're not good enough. And I think a lot of people go through this. One thing I do believe is that comparison, though, is very poisonous. And me growing up, I never really cared to be like braggadocious. And what I mean is I never cared because I never gave a fuck. Like, other people want to be known for this specific accolade. And they're going to feel good about that. Right? And I don't know why, but for me, I just never cared to be known as the person who did this thing. Right? I always just would just be the person to do the thing. Does that make sense? So for instance, let's say I suggest a music video idea. Someone does that music video idea. Cool. I don't really care to be the person who's known for it. I'm not going to sit here and argue with people and force them to be like, hey, I'm the one who did. Like, I just don't care. But I think that embodiment attracts deviance. And what I mean is people notice and see that as a form of weakness, which for me never really seemed that way. I never saw it as weakness. I always saw it as someone who just never gave a fuck. And so me kind of having this not give a fuck attitude has always embodied to other people a form of intimidation because in their eyes, they see it as being humble or weak, scared, fearful, shy, but it's more so, I don't care. And that's truly it. I don't care. I'm still sick, right? And I think you can probably tell. So that's why I'm a little bit more mellow than I usually am. But I think that the world often compares themselves to people like me. They see it as competition. They see it as, oh, if he can do that, I can do it too. Or, oh, if that's the case, then this is that. And it's just funny to me, like observing it. I see it coming in through the vision, where it's like, for me, I had never cared to compete with anybody. I never cared. I would always just do my thing. And competition just arose. I got a song about that. I just find it so fascinating that where we are right now in the world, people are really at a moment of finding themselves, understanding themselves. We have 5 planets in retrograde. Those 5 planets are destroying everyone's nervous system, by the way. Everyone's nervous system is fucked. That's something I didn't realize. But I also think that to those intimidated by me, or maybe fearful of my presence, which I'm a pretty chill person. Honestly, I would just say, just forget about it. All right, let it go. Doesn't matter. And create what you like. Because that's all you have, right? I'm me, you're you. So do what makes you happy. Okay, do what you deem necessary. Okay. That's all I really wanted to say. I think that at the state of the world where we're at right now with technology and the economy and all the markets, that be finance, job market, etc., there's this form of comparison people are stuck in. They feel like they're not good enough. Turns the bones to jelly. It's a great quote from Thanos. But I say that stuff doesn't matter because it never really did. I never cared to be the best. And that's, for me, that's not a lack of confidence because I've always been confident in everything I've done, whether I'm making music, streaming, making a video. The confidence for me never came from showing people I'm confident and validating other people's feelings. Like, oh, he's showing that he's confident. It just always came from within, right? Like I never needed someone to be like, oh yeah, your album's really good, therefore it's good. Or, oh, your video's really good, therefore it's good. I don't know. It just never really, and it's because I never really cared because, I mean, from young, I never really wanted to do anything. Does that make sense? When I was younger, I never wanted to do anything. And what I mean is partake in the society aspect. I never cared about school. I never cared about having a job. I never cared about that. They're like, oh, you want this career? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about a career. I wanted to play video games, okay? Do nothing, have fun, make videos whenever I please, enjoy my life, and that's it. Play, have fun, be a child. Some would say a man child. That's all we're all just grown children. Stop pretending you're not a child. We're all children. And that right there for me, because I'm thinking about like when I was a little kid, I used to be riding my bike, making videos, like the Casey Neistat vlog style. That was like a little thing I like doing. But those ventures taught me that that's all I really care about is like doing what I want to do. That's literally it. And yeah, I really wanted to make this because of the clear and blatant movement that's been happening. Someone made the call. Okay, I already know it. Someone made the call. And I think that it's not that the call wasn't made because of what was brought forth, but it was made because they know that I figured it out. They know that my presence has always been more intimidating than theirs, effortlessly. They know that I'm a creative. They know that my vigor, my leisure, my lazy, ambitious attitude is something that they fear. How can someone have a lack of everything and change everything at the same time? I was always told more is better, but in my case, less always meant more. The less I overthink, the less I overtried, overanalyzed, the more I always got back. The more I calmed my mind, the easier it was to think. What I'm saying is enjoy yourself because you're all you have and life is very short. I also have another lyric about this. I say, life's a window. And, you know, I don't think it's worth caring or dwelling on someone else, especially if they try to make you feel less than as a person. Because more often than not, that person is either jealous or embody trauma that they haven't healed from. You know, I was on stream earlier. We were watching FNCS Grands with a group of kids, Fortnite kids, and they were really mad. And if you've seen the VOD, it was a kid named Danny. This kid Danny took his anger out on me, and I read him like a book. He, as an example, is a great embodiment of exactly what I'm talking about. His frustration with me wasn't even with me. It was with himself. Earlier that week, me, the other kid in the call, Dimsy, and Dies were in the call, and Dimsy were really mad at each other. Him and Dimsy were going at it, etc. But he felt like he couldn't really pierce Dimsy. And I could tell by his reaction to an insult by Dimsy. And me and Dot were like, what's your problem? Why are you so flustered? And it was to the point where he kicked Dimsy from the Discord, banned him outright. And me and Daz were like, well, why would you kick him? What's the point? Why would you do that? And it was because he was so frustrated, he couldn't handle it. Later that evening, he then started to take his anger out on me, right? And we could tell that it was his pent up anger from before that he never got out. And so he translated all of that personal vendetta towards me. So it wasn't that what he was saying actually was true or that he wanted to get at me. It was that his personal anger and aggression, which was with someone else, he couldn't sit with it. And so he directed it at me. And I think that that's something that's happening in the world is unhealed trauma being passed on to other people. And the only way to fix it is to live in the present and change your vibration, vibrate higher. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the essay for today. Most problems are internal, not external. So live in your truth, Team H and K. With that being said, I'll see you when you're older.